Hello and welcome to Task from Toilet Bowl on the other side of the kitchen table. But we haven't had that many comments as to what you want to see, so we don't really know what we're going to show you tonight.
No, but I got a lovely message from Chris Bladd earlier.
I got a bit of a rant on. I went to the shop this afternoon to get some milk and essentials. 10 teenagers all crowded round the door of the shop when it says no more than 3 people at a time. I can't say they were in the shop. And the shop's got a lot of ramp leading up to it, and they were all at the top of the ramp right by the door. And there's about 10 of them. Not one of them had a mask on. Not that I can shout, but then again, I'm excused a mask because I can't see. I'm partially sighted, and where I've got the breath going up into them, I can see even less.
I know you're partially sighted. You always say that.
I'm fully blind then. And,
You already know she's partially sighted.
yeah, you already know about that. But why gather in a shop doorway? What is the point? I don't understand it. I mean, we used to get in Shoebury at Asda's, there's like a ton of teenagers hanging around in the car park. I mean, why can't they hang around somewhere else? I mean, there are lots of parks around here. And
They do just annoy you.
I just don't understand why they want to hang around by a corner shop. I mean, when I was a kid, I didn't hang around corner shops. I was usually over where I shouldn't be, over Waterworks, but that's beside the point. Yeah, why hang around corner shops? It's not cool.
They think it is.
It's not really cool.
I look a bit like a clown today. I did my makeup wrong.
What tees you off? Is there anything that really ticks you off about
Teenagers.
oh, teenagers?
Just teenagers in general.
And why? We're going into lockdown again. Why people panic buying bog roll?
I don't know.
Do they think that if you're in lockdown, you're going to get extreme diarrhea?
Probably.
You know, I mean, I understand, you know, you like to stock up. But want a pack of 18, do you?
I think they eat it around here.
I don't know. I mean, when lockdown was on before, we couldn't get toilet roll for love nor money. I said to Kaylee she should go out with a bottle of hand sanitizer around her neck and a toilet roll. She'd be the most desirable woman in London. So, I mean, is there anything that ticks you off?
There's loads of things that tick me off, to be honest.
I loved the lockdown, I did. For one thing, I don't go out anyway because I'm hydrophobic, but that wasn't the reason. We started getting dolphins and that in waterways and
But
things.
I've had 2 planes go over, like, earlier on. It was about 3 in the morning, and 2 planes went over.
Yeah, but you still got UPS and delivery.
I don't know.
And there are these travel corridors.
What's the travel corridor?
I don't fully understand it myself. If you travel within Europe, you have to quarantine for 14 days afterwards. That much I know that much. But if you've been to, I can't remember the country then, I'm not sure I remember, Denmark.
No, Germany's one of them.
Caracas, no, Germany's not one of them.
It is, because Michelle said we have to quarantine when we come
Yeah,
back.
the ones that you don't have to quarantine for.
Oh, the ones that you don't have to quarantine.
It's Denmark, Caracas, and there's another one, but I can't remember which one that is. But
I think Denmark's been put on the list.
Well, it wasn't yesterday when I saw the news, but when you come back, you don't have to quarantine from those countries. But
You don't have to quarantine in Finland either.
pretty much anywhere else you do have 14
If you can get
days
into
quarantine.
Finland.
And as you know, Kaylee is going to Berlin. She's going to have a 14-day quarantine when she comes back.
I'm going for 7 days and I have to quarantine for 14 days when I come back.
Is it 6 or something?
Oh, 6, yeah.
And her friend, who is going with her, Michelle, she's going to be quarantined here as well. So
Containing us.
we're going to be contained in the... I mean, they say don't merge households, and Michelle doesn't live with us full time.
She has
Although
done.
she has done before.
But the thing is, I'm going with her, so...
Yeah, so we will have another member around the kitchen table.
Mm-hmm.
Which actually might make a bit of a difference because we rely on your comments.
Oh, she's
to
always
do
got something to
this.
talk about, Michelle.
We rely on your comments to do this, and if we don't get the comments, then we can't really do the show. And the only comment we really got was Leanne showing me that her son's got a Jack Skellington suit for Halloween.
And the fact that she likes blood and tears.
Yeah. Oh, like, yeah, Chris, if you're watching this, we've got you another fan.
Thank you for the message, Chris.
Yeah, you did say you gave you a message.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was nice. Thank you.
So,
Nice to hear from you again. After all these years.
9 years I worked it out.
Was it 9 years? Wow.
2011 when Welcome to Bloodyland was out.
Jeez. That's a long time. 11 years, wow.
So,
I thought I'd fallen... Oh, Gremlin, will you go away? I thought I'd fallen out of touch with them and that was it. But no,
Dom tracked you
he
down.
found me.
But, you know, please do comment. We welcome your comments. Because that's what this show is all about. And
I don't know why I call him Dom, because his name isn't Dom, it's Dario, but, you know.
what does he call himself?
I don't know. Does he call himself Dom? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go then.
And Alessio called himself
Lexi.
Lexi.
Or Lex, I think.
And Christian
Chris.
calls himself Chris.
With a K. It's just weird.
No, it's with a C.
No, it's not.
I've never seen it spelled with a K.
He used to. It doesn't now.
So I think you've got lovely Italian names. I wouldn't change them or shorten them.
Well, they do. Dom,
Yeah, but-
Lexi, Christian, or Chris.
Christiana. I mean, that's
Oh, yeah,
lovely.
okay.
And Alessio and Dario. I think they're really nice names,
Christian.
but they shorten.
Yeah. I guess it's easier to...
Yeah, but then again, you know, my name's a bit drawn out, so I shorten it.
Andrea.
Yeah.
What about mine?
Kaylee. What's wrong with that?
It's 3 syllables.
What do I call you?
Cags.
Yeah,
What does anyone else call me?
Kaz. But
Oh, there you go.
I was Andy from the minute I was born, you know. My mum gave me this posh name and everyone calls me Andy. And when I was a teenager, I tried to sound cool and say it was AJ. But that never worked either. So
Wonder why.
look, it works for AJ Cook. She's got the same name as me. Same first name, same middle name.
Yeah, but when you've got like when you're famous or something, you can just say that, and then
AJ.
everyone will just follow.
Yeah. I was just Andy. Always been Andy. Even when I was trying to be cool and I said my name was AJ,
Come on,
it was still Andy.
come on.
Have you got a nickname that tees you off a bit? We want to know. I mean, Kai. Kai's got a nice short name. It's Kai.
This is Andy.
Yeah, not me, Andy. That's Andy boy.
Yeah, my brother.
But
No.
Kai's got a nice short name, hasn't
Yeah.
he? Kai.
Okay.
Can't really shorten that, can you? What are you going to call you, Kay?
No, baby boy. No. Everyone loves to see your face, I know, but come on now.
I mean, Michelle. Her name's Michelle. I call her Shelly Bones.
I call her Shell. Lay down.
I call her
I
Shelly
could call her
Bones
Mitch, but
'cause she's so skinny.
I don't think she'd
Shelly
like to be
Bones
called
Fitch.
Mitch.
I don't
Mish.
know. I've called her lots of things and she answers to all of
I
them.
usually call her Shell. She doesn't like it,
I
but
don't know, the funniest thing was when we were in Asda's that time and you two wandered off to look at the cheese.
no.
And because Michelle and Kaylee are fairly popular names, I called them by their surnames.
Yes, you did.
They both came over.
Look at that
so-
face. Look at that face.
I know. They both came running over, so it worked.
No,
But
Baba.
that was the thing, I
No.
went in Asda's and they wandered off to look at cheese.
Not to look at guys.
Cheese.
Cheese. Hey, there's hot guy over there. No, hey, there's hot
You
cheese
know,
over
not
here.
even
Andy.
looking at makeup or clothes or anything. No, cheese.
We like cheese.
I lost them at the cheese counter.
Oh, why have I got like 4 cats around me?
I mean, I remember when I was I must be about 25, and my sister, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. She must have been 38. And we were in Tesco's at Bromley by Bow, and we couldn't find my mum. So she went over to the lost children bit and got my mum paged, and they went, "Can you come in to collect your daughters Andrea and Julia?" And my mum went, "One of them's 25 and one of them's 38. What the?"
But she done that once when I was in Asda and I was about 15, and she called over the phone. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but that wasn't the lost children thing. They went, "Andrew is wearing a black coat and Julia is wearing a green skirt and white blouse," and it was like, lost children. Yeah.
And Michelle, I did this for you. I have pink glitter on. No.
Have you ever embarrassed your mother horribly in a supermarket like that?
I did that for you.
Or has your mother embarrassed you horribly by having you paged in a supermarket or something? We want to know. We want to know if it's just us.
She goes to a shop down the road and she starts singing Boney M. The guy puts Boney M on now whenever he sees her coming.
Yeah, well, I know the words to Boney and they're very easy. But when we went to Spain, a certain person who we were in Spain with said, "Oh no, the Spanish taxi drivers are really unfriendly. They're not. They don't talk to you or anything." And I'm like, okay. Well, we was in this cabin, we were going to karaoke, and they played Rasputin, and I'm singing along and bopping along in the front seat of the cab. The driver started as well. Unfriendly, really. I think that with Spain, a lot of it is how you treat the driver. Because one of them taught me how to say 5 in Spanish, and I was ever so chuffed. And he went, "Yeah, cinco, cinco." And I went, "Cinco." I go, "Cinco." I went, "Cinco." And he was really pleased that he taught me something new.
The exercises are coming on well.
Yes, her legs don't look as floppy as they once did.
No, I'd done it like yesterday. And I came in the kitchen and like we've got like a door, the back door, obviously. Just a door, random door in the kitchen. We've got the back door and it's like, it's windowed halfway down. And I caught sight of my legs in the door and I was like, ooh, ooh. And I went into my mum, "Mum." She went, well, I went, "Look at my legs." She went, ooh, ooh.
I went, "Oh, I did all."
There's a whole lot of oohing going on.
Do you know any good exercises for thighs, floppy thighs? So let us know in the comments. We always need a comment.
What are you looking at?
There's always time for a comment.
He's looking out the window.
I know he does.
Bubba. No, he's looking at birds.
Yeah, birds.
He's bird spotting. Stop looking at birds.
Do your cats do weird stuff like that?
Or when they just like look at something and just stare at something.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
No.
Are they seeing ghosts?
I don't know what they're seeing. But like the other day it freaked me out because he was staring at my coat and I was like, what?
Is there someone in it?
I don't know. It wasn't moving or anything, so I assume he's just gone mad.
So let us know if your pets do anything.
Is he looking at the birds or is he looking at his reflection?
I don't know. A bit both, I think.
He's a poser. That cat.
So, let us know if your cats do anything weird that freaks you out a bit.
That's right. The reason I'm wearing a jumper and I've got mittens on is because I'm actually bloody freezing. This house is cold. And she likes it because she won't turn the fan off in the living room and I was sitting there shivering earlier.
Well, luckily the temperature has dropped. If you live in
Can you go away?
If you live in the east of England, it's supposed to be very windy and very cold. And we're in the southeast, so we're getting a little bit of it. Which is
Get down.
brilliant, if you ask me.
Get down. Get down. Gremlin, get down. Oh my god.
And also, a question I've got to ask. If anyone's got more than one animal, cats mainly, if anyone's got more than one animal, and you've gone upstairs to your house, do you ever sit there and hear weird bangs coming from upstairs and you think someone's fallen out of bed, or someone's had a horrible accident,
Or someone's running around upstairs.
or someone's actually in your house and moving around upstairs? Because we get that, but it's the cat, because we've got one that's only got 3 legs.
He's very heavy on his paws.
He's very heavy on his paws, and he sounds like a herd of elephants coming down the stairs.
Oh, Michelle, this is a jumper I was telling you about with the sleeves.
Yeah, don't order soup if she's wearing that in Germany, please, because she will dip.
or gravy. Just nothing liquid.
No, nothing.
No drinks or anything.
I mean, yeah, I think you might
Joking.
get away with
Joking.
some sausages or something like that, but
I don't know, if I've got sauce on them, forget it.
No sauce. No sauce on a sausage.
I like mustard on sausages though.
Do you like moutarde or do you like Zenf?
Zenf, but I'm not eating much at the moment, so I'm safe. I've got a little pot of peanuts that I'm trying to make my way through, and it's not really happening because I keep feeling sick every time I try and eat them.
But we did have yum chicken.
Yeah, I made that.
That was lovely.
You know what yum chicken is. I did a recipe for yum chicken. It's on YouTube. If you don't know what yum chicken is, go and check it out. Yeah. I made it again.
So, you know, we, as I say, I will say it again, we are relying on your comments, so please comment.
In my life, I don't think I've ever had so little mash. Ever.
I know, she'd have had a teaspoon and she loves mash.
Mm.
She's like Bodger and Badger, you know, everybody knows Badger loves mash.
A little bit of chicken, why not, as well. Didn't have a lot of chicken, I had one little bit of chicken. And I had like a tiny bit of mash. And that's not me.
So, I mean, let us know what ticks you off. Let us
pull
know
up from that.
about what you eat, what your pets do.
Oh, by the way, them sweet potato chips are kin lovely.
We had those and duck yesterday. And the duck, I didn't realise it actually comes as a kit. And you get a sachet of hoisin sauce and you get like 10 pancake rolls with it. You obviously strip the duck and put it in.
Oh, nice.
And it was very nice.
I had about 10 chips.
It was very nice.
Very nice, very nice.
Duck. I mean, you had 4 pancake rolls.
But they weren't big though, were they?
They weren't big and they weren't really that well filled because I was like, how much duck do I put in each one?
Yeah. I had like 4, but I only had like 10 chips.
And I will say the hoisin sauce can be a bit overpowering, so...
I liked it.
Yeah, but it can be overpowering. It wasn't, but it can be.
If you put too much, yeah. But
Yeah.
I think you put the right amount for the amount of pancake rolls there was. Our pancake rolls.
I might complain about it, but...
Oh, screw that. I love them.
But let us know, you know, if you bought something that you think is meat and it actually comes as a kit.
It doesn't matter though, because we enjoyed it.
Well, we don't care, you know. We'll just...
We still got 2 more.
We'll just go with it.
It just works out to be more of a meal if you've got the rest of it with it though, I think.
It was very nice.
It was really nice.
Crispy duck pancake rolls.
I don't know how I'm going to get it on tomorrow. My mum's making a roast dinner tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got to get that chicken out.
I'm only going to be able to have about 2 potatoes. And no!
Roast potatoes are her favourite.
I'm going to have, 1 sliced chicken and 2 potatoes.
I think that she's going to have a plate piled over roast potatoes and just put them in the microwave.
They taste horrible microwave.
What did you do Christmas?
I bubbled and squeaked them the next day.
Yeah.
Because I decided, right, I thought, okay, good idea. We have so much food on the table. I thought, I'll put it all on one plate and put it in the microwave. And that way tomorrow we can have bubble and squeak. If you don't know what bubble and squeak is, it's where you get your food from the day before, you fry it, and you have it the next day. Right? And bubble and squeak. It's lovely. There's vegetables. You can do it with, like, anything you've got left over, like anything. So I put everything on my plate and put it in the microwave. And we're done bubble and squeak
Including the
next day.
bread sauce.
Yeah, but you can do that. Because it just mixes well. It makes more flavour to the bubble and squeak. So literally everything. My plate was like that high with food. And I put it in the microwave. And the next day we done it as bubble and squeak. But the thing is, when you've got potatoes, you have to stand there and cut them. And the cats are like, yeah. And I was like, no, you've got your Christmas dinner. No more. And we done them some bubble as well from their Christmas dinner, what they had left over. So we all had bubble and squeak in this house. And the cats loved it. They was like going mad for it. It was weird.
What do you do with your Christmas dinner the day after?
And also, do your animals get Christmas dinner? Because ours do. They get a full Christmas dinner. They get a bird,
I mean,
potatoes.
I did bird curry. I did bird quiche.
But
I did bird stew.
this is the weird thing. They even have like the vegetables, and they love it. They have parsnips. They have carrots. They have peas. They have cabbage with caraway seeds on it. They love it. And because she does the gravy, and she does the gravy using the bits that are inside the giblets. Yeah, she uses the giblets to make the gravy because it's more like a base for a stew. So that's what she uses for the base of the stew as well. They have exactly the same as us.
Look, you please go away. Look, you're all crowding around me. You're doing me heady.
And you can sod off and all. Go and go. Nice close up to my elbow.
When I have boiled up the giblets for the gravy, that's also the basis for the stew.
Yes, nice. And she makes honey roast ham.
Well, it's not really ham, it's boiled bacon, but
Same different hen.
we fake it.
And we'll be doing a recipe soon for heart attack meatloaf, but someone's been nicking the cheese again.
Not me.
Or me. Well, obviously not me. I'm not eating, but
The cheese has been disappearing from this house.
yes. Now the thing is, this really annoys me because Mark wanted a block of cheese, so we bought him a block of cheese, didn't we? He ate it, and now he's eating else. It's not on.
And I buy a big kilogram block for the month. And
But just because he's finished cheese doesn't
It's
mean that he can go around
disappearing.
eating the ones that we have for dinner. I mean, I was making yum yum chicken, and as you know, because I showed you, the yum yum chicken has cheese on it. It's got 2 layers of cheese. It's got cheese under the bacon, cheese on top of the bacon. I don't need to know cheese on it.
we still liked it. But
Well, if you're going to nick the cheese, you don't get the privileges of people that don't eat the
this
cheese.
is why I'm having so much trouble doing a quiche.
Because someone keeps nicking the bloody cheese.
The cheese keeps disappearing. Now, you saw the shopping haul. You know I get a big kilogram block of cheese. That will last us a month as a general rule.
We had,
But-
the other day we had half of a block of cheese. And now we've got less than a quarter.
But someone keeps nicking our cheese.
That's why we've got less than a quarter. Because he nicked his and then he ate ours.
You have a cheese feast in your house.
Or a piece of any food. And also, this annoys Leanne as well because she said about it. When someone uses the last of the stuff in the cupboard and puts the packet back.
Yeah, or doesn't tell you. And you go out there and you've got the packet in there and you think, oh, I got that. And then when you pick it up, it's empty.
Or, when you've got something in the fridge and someone steals it, and they don't tell you, and they say, I asked, it's like, you didn't. Because one Mark uses, I had some Aero mousses in the fridge. And he asked Mum if he could have one. He had 2. They were mine.
And I said, don't ask me because they're not mine.
But you wouldn't ask me. You knew what the answer would be. But the fact of the matter is, see, I have ice cream in the freezer. I've had it in there for a while.
Since last summer.
Well, whatever. It's in the freezer. It's fine. And I did eat some this summer. But I like to keep hold of stuff that I have. Yeah. And I had the mousses. Okay, they were in there for about a week. I was getting around to eating them. I just hadn't got to it yet because I'm not. I eat, yeah, but I'm not like massive on food. And if I get something like that, I like to have, you know, when you're in the mood for it, I'll get it, and then I have to be in the mood to eat it. You know what it's like. You've done that before. And when you got some thief going around stealing your food.
I mean, it's not as though we haven't got food. We've
No.
got, there's plenty in. It's just that most of it you've actually got to cook and actually do something with.
Can't do that because you've got to talk to his friends online every day. That annoys you. So, yeah.
I mean, we do our videos for you guys, but we do these really late at night when there's no one around. So,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you ring the notification bell and it goes off at like 5 in the morning or something ridiculous like that. But,
Or later.
But the reason why we do these so at such weird time is because it is absolutely peaceful then. And oh no,
I can't do
Tiggy.
anything. I'm stretching. He's going to put his butt in the camera. Mum, sort him out. Oh.
And there's no one around.
Apart from the cats.
Apart from the cats that drive us mad. As you've seen every day.
Yeah.
But and we do post every day because
Yes.
we think that our life is so crap, yours can't be as bad, and it should brighten your day and make you feel a bit better that ours is like
It
this.
has this then. Okay, going to Stansted Airport with Michelle. She's got a Goth with a white suitcase and a Mickey Mouse on it. But she said it was cute on the upside.
Mind you, I had it off with a white suitcase with Mickey Mouse on it when I went to Lanzarote. And we had hell.
I have a neck pillow that's Minnie Mouse as well, and I had to put it on the security belt. And they said the child's white suitcase with a Minnie Mouse child's white suitcase with Mickey Mouse on it, and a Minnie Mouse neck pillow. And that's actually mine.
Yeah, and then they said it must be a child's suitcase because it's got a unicorn neck pillow on it, and it was mine.
And I was like, actually, that's my suitcase. And they're like, oh, sorry.
And yeah, it seemed to be ours that got sucked out.
Hmm.
Which I thought was a bit weird. Why did they suck it out?
Discrimination.
It was my first holiday abroad, it probably was.
Discrimination. Did you know, actually, when I was coming back from Lanzarote one year, they swabbed my coat and my case. Do I look like I'm on drugs?
Yeah.
Do I look
Especially when
like...
you're half asleep.
I wasn't half asleep, I was quite wide awake, actually.
When you're coming through, and you're like...
My ex went straight through, and there's me, like, standing like a plum, like...
What got me was when we got back...
I did the thing to him, though. I did the...
When we got back to Gatwick, and the guy looked at my passport and went, is that you?
Yeah.
Who else is it going to be? It's my passport.
My one's got quite a decent picture on mine, so I'm not going to complain.
Mine's horrible. I look like a serial killer.
Yeah, no, you do.
But maybe you thought I looked innocent. You thought, oh, she don't look like a serial killer.
I saw Michelle's one the other day.
Does she look like a serial killer?
She's got no makeup on.
Oh, I haven't, not though. But then again, as I said, I don't wear it very often.
I do.
So.
I have, like, this is the thing. My mum was ringing up the passport office, like, every day or something to try and make sure it was express, because we paid for express. And they said, yeah. And she went, okay, so what can you have? Can you, like, I know you're not allowed to smile, and there is certain, like, things, but she's got makeup on because she's got no eyebrows. So, oh, it's fine. I was like,
So there
okay.
she is with a full face of makeup
Yeah.
and a passport phone. But
And some people have been like, it can't be allowed. And I was like, well, see, it is. It's in my passport. So
I haven't got my glasses on because you're not allowed to wear glasses in a passport picture. And I don't do this very often. This is what I look like without the glasses. I can't see a thing. But this is me without the glasses. And bearing in mind, I had no makeup on. When I came back to Gatwick,
well, the funny thing was,
I had some makeup on. And they were like,
my
"Is that you?"
ex was really funny because he had a passport picture since he was 16. And he looked completely different because when he was with me, he had a lot of people have seen him. He had long hair and a bit of moustache. Looked like a pirate, right? And so we've gone through security and he got stopped. They said, is this you? And he was like, yeah. And they're like, it doesn't look like
His
you.
passport photo, he had short hair and acne.
And they said, it doesn't look like you. And I was like, just look at his features, it's him. And they're like, yeah, actually, I think I looked at his nose and let him go through.
So, have you had anything like that in passport control? I mean, to look at my passport and say, is that you? And it's my passport. I mean, maybe it's because I had a bit of makeup on when I came back. Maybe it's because I had my glasses on.
Maybe.
But they went, is that you?
I was like, she got annoyed because I just went, go on, to me.
And then they went, is that you? I went, well, who else would it be?
But also, another time, they were looking at my passport and went, you're not that age. And I was like, I kind of am.
Well, and he looked at mine and he went, you're 50. I went, no, I'm not 50. I'm 52. It was my 52nd birthday.
51st.
No, I
Is it
was
50?
52.
Oh,
I'm
52,
53 this year.
Back
I'm 53.
off.
I'm 53 next week.
Scary, innit?
So I went, I'm actually 52. And he went, oh. And I was waiting for him to say, you look older. I was just waiting for him to say that, but he didn't.
But he said that, was this a misprint? And I said, what? And he said, the date on your passport. And I went, no. He went, you're that age? I went, yeah. And he was like, oh, okay, sorry. And this little girl, oh, bless her heart, she was so sweet. I was standing there, and I don't like being in an airport because I get claustrophobic and I'm not the nicest person to travel with, Michelle. You have been warned. When I'm in the airport.
Especially when she's landing.
In the airport, I'm not the nicest person, but no, actually, I am quite easy to travel with. But you know,
When she's landing, she's a nightmare.
it's because I can't be like, I have to look out the window. But and usually have my music on when I'm landing as well because I can't deal
Yeah,
with.
she's the most antisocial person on earth when she's landed.
Yeah, because I get claustrophobic. But anyway, we're in the line and we're waiting to check in, and we're standing there. This was a long line. And I was just like, coffee in my hand. And I was just standing there kind of swaying. Like, and this little girl said, "Mummy, mummy." What? That lady looks like the Little Mermaid. And I was like, oh.
She loved that little girl.
And when I was working at Winter Wonderland, a little girl came out and she went, "You're beautiful." And I went, "Oh, you're beautiful too, darling."
Sometimes kids can really brighten you down and make you smile.
Yeah, 'cause
sometimes
I had
you
a
want to kill them.
terrible day at every day when I went into Winter Wonderland, it was dread because I got hit in the stomach with skates. Now, skates they're a boot with a blade on the bottom. Okay, I got sliced up my arm. I got hit in the stomach. I got pushed into them. This was all people that work there.
Yeah, Winter Wonderland is not the nicest environment to work in.
And also, this is what I didn't understand. When the people are out skating, why can't you sit down? There's not always something to do. A lot of the time we're standing there and I said, "Don't talk." Just stand there in silence. And I done something really, really bad. There was a load because you had the raffle tickets, the cloakroom. You had to use a raffle ticket. So I was like, "Oh, there's a lot of raffle tickets on the floor." I was sitting on the floor picking them up. I wasn't actually picking them up, I was just sitting on the floor. And when the boss came along, I went, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm picking up the raffle tickets."
It is hell to work there. Go visit it when it's on. Only on this year, but when it's on, go visit it. But
yeah, because you can sit down then.
I wouldn't advise you to work there. Oh, you can sit down there unless you've got someone who's trying to breastfeed their baby.
Oh, that woman.
We went to Wonderland, minding our own business, and she came along with her husband and her 2 children and the baby in arms. Now, normally I'm very tolerant of people who are breastfeeding because I know it's a pain and it hurts, and if the baby needs feeding, the baby needs feeding.
What she done to me was bang out of order though.
Katie was sitting there with me and she went, "Move." Not, "Excuse me, please, I want to feed the baby," or anything like that. "Move." And I went, "Don't move." And she's going, "I've got to feed my baby." And I went, "Well, go and feed it somewhere else. You don't have to talk to people like that. That was really, really rude." And Kayla went, "Oh, I'll move anyway. She's got to feed the baby." Now, this is a grey area.
She was being really nasty to me when she was sitting down as well.
This is a grey area, and yeah, I sort of agree with the principle. I believe that a woman should be able to feed her baby wherever she is. But what I don't agree with is when you've got an area that is specifically for children and she didn't have any cover on her, she just started lobbing it out to feed the baby. Now, if you are going to feed a baby, you want a little bit of privacy. So you put a blanket over it.
You do.
Or something. You do something to shield yourself.
And the thing is, right, she had 3 children, and I was talking to my mum, and I was bent down to speak to my mum, and she went, "Stop looking at me." I went, "I wouldn't want to."
She was really obnoxious.
And it was to me. It was all aimed at me. She wasn't being horrible to my mum. It was all aimed at me. And she went, "Do you mind? That's my daughter."
Yeah, I ended up...
And she went, "Well, maybe you should tell her to stop looking at me." She went, "She's not looking at you."
I said, "Why would she want to look at you? Come on, be honest."
I went, 1, I'm not a lesbian, and 2, look at you.
You know, I mean...
I went, "You're sagging in places because you have 3 kids."
If it's you're a freckly and nasty, so I imagine the rest of her was like that. But
I don't know, you saw her boob.
I didn't look. It was obnoxious, and she was very obnoxious as well. I mean, the thing is...
Yeah, but her husband started on me as well.
Yeah, and I had a go at him as well.
I was in for
don't you remember I stood up and I was going to have a fight with him because I could see then?
Do you know, I can't even remember what he said to me. I just know he had a go.
He turned around and he went, "You're looking at my wife and you're being very nasty." And I went, "She hasn't said a blooming dicky bird. It's her that's being obnoxious." And he said, "I don't like your attitude." And I went, "Don't like your attitude or your face. Get lost." And he was going to hit me. And I went, "Come on, him." I went, "Go on, hit me. You want to hit me? Come on, hit me." I went, go on. I want you to hit me. I really want you to. Because if you hit me, I'm going to tell security.
Because even the nan was being a...
Oh, yeah, she turned around and started as well. And she goes, "He should hit you." I went, "Yeah, I want him to." I'm going, go on, hit me. Go on,
The whole family were a bunch of bar stewards.
The kids weren't bad, though. The kids were the best behaved out
No,
of
they
all
were
of
running
them.
around and driving me mad, though.
Yeah, but they weren't being as obnoxious as the adults.
No, and the thing is, I actually moved for her. They didn't have to.
I told you not to.
I know, I was being nice because I was having
I
a good
wasn't.
night out with my mum. You know, and we'd snuck in cokes and we was drinking them while we
Yeah, the
were
funniest
drinking
thing
them.
was when we were in the bar and that woman went, where did you get your bag?
I had the cat bag that was made up. It's a cat, and it's towels at the strap. My mum made it for me, and yeah, she wanted my bag, but she was very drunk.
Yeah, but you got asked about that bag in Asda's as well.
I got asked about a bag everywhere, even my boss one as well. But you know, yeah, it was it was a good night. I'm not gonna doubt that it was a really, really good night.
Yeah, because
but
you lost me twice.
yeah, but the thing that annoyed me was some of the people there think that they've got the right over everybody else. But the squirting sausage must have been the best.
The thing is, it is central London. And a lot of people, when they're in central London, think that they're elite in some way.
I live here. They didn't live here.
Everyone can go to central London. Anybody can go there. It's no big elite area.
I've worked in central London before.
If you are in central London, that does not make you any better than anyone else. So please, if you're in central London, spare a thought and be a bit considerate, because those people were just obnoxious.
It's like they saw someone who was young who was sitting down and shouldn't have been sitting down as far as they were concerned and thought they'd just start on it.
Oh, I just wanted him to hit me.
But the squirting sausage.
Yeah, I'll let you...
No, I'll let you tell.
Oh, why me? So,
Because it happened to you.
Kaylee went and bought a sausage, and it was one with cheese in it.
Obviously.
And she's sitting there and she bit into it. Now, I don't know how, but some oil squirted out this sausage.
It wasn't oil, it was cheese.
Was it cheese?
It was cheese.
It came out of the sausage, did a semicircle and landed on this shoulder. I was sitting like this. How? It defied all physics. She went, it went wee bonk. And I was like,
It put me in huge hysterics.
what? I went, she was like, what? I went,
What? How?
and she was like, how? I went, I don't know. But, yeah, somehow the squirting sausage
And that's what it's called now. The
turned
squirting
in
sausage.
midair.
And every
got
time
me.
I go to Winter Wonderland, I get a cheese sausage. I go, Mum, have they got any squirting sausage?
I could understand it if it landed on this shoulder. Because
No,
this
it
one was
didn't.
nearest to her, but no. And it came out. I saw it come out.
It went, I bit into it like that forward. So it went like that. And it done a U-turn.
And it sort of went wee donk. And I was like,
But she watched it.
yeah, I could see then. I was like, and she's like, what are you looking at me for? And I went, so,
The smell was really clean.
I mean, because it is
I
clean.
know.
I do like Winter Wonderland, and I love going there.
She only likes it because I take her to see the skating. We've been to the skating for 3 years in a row now. That crocodile was amazing.
We saw Cinderella.
The crocodile was amazing.
We saw Peter Pan. Now, there was people flying overhead and
It's
everything
a Peter
else.
Pan where the crocodile was amazing. The TikTok croc from Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw, the people flying overhead. Tinkerbell and Peter Pan were flying around overhead. There were pirates running around in the audience. And she was taken with a TikTok croc.
You did
Now,
a
it is
dance.
on YouTube. Check it out, the TikTok croc from Winter Wonderland, Peter Pan on Ice. Because she thought it was fantastic. So much so, she learnt to do the dance.
Oh, okay, it's amazing. So easy though.
Because she likes the TikTok croc.
It was amazing.
And we...
Oh, Cinderella.
saw,
I have to say, that woman, the fairy godmother. Oh my god.
yeah, I've never seen anyone skate on
Stilts.
stilts before. It was amazing. But we saw People on Ice last year.
No, it wasn't. It was Paddington last year.
Paddington, that's what I meant. Paddington. We saw Paddington last year.
Bear on Ice. That
It
was
was a
amazing
Bear
too.
on Ice.
Not quite as good as the Croc.
But we have now seen Cinderella, Peter Pan, and Paddington, and
I had my picture taken with 2 ice skaters, but they're not being uploaded because I look really, really fat. But I had my picture taken
the
with 2 without ice
crocodile is
skaters.
our favourite. We did actually do a blog, but we didn't upload it because it was the first time we'd ever done anything like that, and it is really nice.
Yeah.
And again, it's unedited, so...
But all the ones in Berlin will be unedited as well, so just brace yourself.
Oh, he's back
Pig.
again.
Come on now.
So, you know, we do this because
We like you.
I turned around to Kaylee and I went, nobody has got a life like us. Nobody can be as unlucky as we can, because guarantee if anything happens, it's usually
They
us
taste like
it
peanut
happens.
butter. But they're not peanuts, they're dry roasted nuts.
They're
They taste
still
like peanut
nuts.
butter. I like
You know,
peanut butter, but
if anything is going to happen, guaranteed it'll probably be us that it happens to. And I said, you know, it will make people feel better because they'll just think, well, our day's not going to be as bad as theirs. So, you know, we know that there are other people who have their misfortunes, but it seems like we get more misfortunes than most.
we're not just saying that. We're being serious.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, worries me, we've got it worse than everyone else.
We are not worrying about it. We have to make a joke of it, or we would worry me. I mean, the thing is, when you're sitting there watching Michael McIntyre wrapping Christmas presents and you get a cascade going down the stairs, when it's your first holiday abroad and you get stuck out there for a month, when you know, it always...
We're not saying we have the worst luck, but
No.
we
But
do
if
have bad
something
luck.
is going to happen, it's usually to us. You know, it's just... They say that your cards are drawn and ours are usually a bad hand. So,
Well, I believe that your life's already written out for you.
yeah, I believe it is. And I also believe that in reincarnation, you get turned as everything. I hope it comes round quick.
Do you know what, though? My life's already been written out for me, so why can't I have a bit of luck? At my age, I'm not married, I've got no children. My plan was I was going to get married at 20 and have children by 25. I'm not either of them ages, and neither has happened.
I want you to have a house full of children. I got one.
I've got none.
Yeah, well, you just have bad luck there as well.
Ah,
But
I know it.
we're tired. It's got time to turn, and it will.
The wheel is that way. It's never going to go back that way. Or it's that way and it's not going to go back that way.
It wants to.
Well, it's not, is it? Because
But,
maybe I'm just too fussy when it comes to men.
yeah, well, story of my
Something.
life. I mean, let's face it, you can always bend down and pick up nothing.
Ugh.
So, what's your luck like? Are you luckier than us? I know
Probably.
you are, Leanne. You keep saying you're not, but you are. You are.
Michelle, no.
No, Michelle's just as bad as us. You know, Michelle's got the same luck as we have.
Yeah, but Michelle knows how bad our life is, so, you know, we just complain to each other about it.
Well, we don't really complain. We have to make a joke of it because,
If you don't want to cry.
yeah, we would.
But, you know, I tell Michelle about how crap my life is, she tells me about how crap our life is, and then we just compare. It's like, yeah, okay, we've both got really crap lives.
Yeah, if we actually wrote a book about it, no one would believe it.
No. Although we are actually probably going to do the holiday from hell. You said we was going to think about writing that one.
Yeah, but that'll have everything in it. You know, that even the Gatwick bit, because we didn't mention the Gatwick bit, but we had hell at Gatwick as well. So, you know, it's a possibility. It's something to think about.
Yeah.
I mean, I do write. At the moment, I'm writing a love story, and I only
You've
write.
written, Paulie. It's finished.
No, it's not.
I thought it was.
I only write horror, so you know it's going to turn horrible.
It already has.
It already has. So, yeah. I mean, I might actually go attempt to get this one published.
I'm using my trousers again. I just thought I'd drop that in there.
I might attempt to get this one published.
Mm.
I'm expecting rejection slips, so.
It always happens. And also, this jumper used to be... Well, it wasn't tight, was it? It was...
It's tighter than it is now.
Yeah, everything's falling off of me. My clothes don't fit me.
So, please let us know in the comments what's your luck like. Because guaranteed you're luckier than we are. Mind you, I did win some money on that lottery scratch card.
That was years ago.
I know that was years ago, but that was the last bit of
But
good
this
luck
is the
I
thing,
had.
right? This is how funny is this, right? When I was working, my friend asked me if I could go somewhere with her. Michelle asked me if I could go somewhere with her. And I said no. I said because I'm always working and I've got no money. No, I'm not working. She asked me to go to Berlin with her. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but to be honest, Berlin is only 10 quid.
But
So,
you know, it's yes. Every time she asked me, I was like, no, I can't, because I'm busy working and I've got no money. And then she asked me when I've lost my job, and I'm like, yeah, why not?
please send us some comments so as we can do some interesting content. Because I turned around to Kelly this evening and I went, what are we going to do for Tales from Toilet Bowl? We need content. So we're just basically chatting.
I also found out something. A lot of these YouTubers, they do a collection of videos before they release them. We don't do that. We do it every night.
Well, we have to.
Why?
Because we'd look at it and go, no, I don't want to show that one.
Yeah, we will actually.
So, what do you think of the way we do this? I know it's crap, but be kind. See, just let us know what you want to see, what you think of us.
And I know I look like a clown tonight, but I couldn't help it.
I mean, we try and do all things. We've got Pandora's Box, which is the beauty one. You've got Tales from Toilet Bowl, which is us. And actually, you're doing a tutorial on Pandora's Box and how to lace a corset soon.
Yeah.
So,
I did my oh jeez, right. I unpacked my clothes because I had to make sure I had enough outfits, because I'm a bit obsessed with my outfits, because I have to have like going out outfits and then daytime outfits. So
no.
I do, and I've got pretty much everything sorted out. I've just got to pack a few vest tops, my boob tube, and a t-shirt. That's it. And I'm done. And let's just make sure I've got everything else in my bag, like my earphones and everything else. Phone chargers. Oh, I've got to use one of the... What's it called?
I don't know what you're on about.
Adapter.
Adapt.
They adapt to their surroundings. I have to use one of the adapters for Germany.
Germany.
Plug it in. They are the ones with the prongs, aren't they? Because you've got
Germany, you have two prongs.
Yeah, you have flat prongs or you have round prongs. Are they round prongs? Like the ones in Lanzarote, good. Okay, right, they are the right ones. Because I got them for Finland. But I think all EU ones are the same.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Yeah. So
ask Alexi before we go to Finland.
I'm pretty sure they are. I think I are, because
They were round pins when I was in Germany.
Okay.
They were little round plugs, round pins.
That's how they should be. Like they were in Lanzarote.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Finland yet. What am I talking about? But yeah. So I've just got to make sure that
we're the only country in the world that's got three prongs.
I just got to make sure that I've got all my airplanes and adapters and chargers and everything. But that's what's got to go in my handbag. But today, what I done was I got to get everything out of my case to make sure that I've got my outfits now. Pretty much, but the corset. Oh, my underbust was on. One was longer than it was, and I couldn't. I was like, no, and also the eyelet. Yes, one of the eyelets had fallen out, and I was like, okay, crap, because if the eyelet falls out and you try and lace that corset up and you pull it, it's going to rip the fabric.
I don't know if you heard that on camera, but there was a massive crash upstairs, just like I was talking about earlier.
But anyway. Yeah, it's probably the cat's knocked something down in the Christmas decoration department or something. But anyway, one of the eyelets had come out, and if you wear a corset, you know that if you pull that, because you have to pull the strings to get the thing to go in. if you pull it and the fabric, it's got no eyelet, it's going to rip the fabric. It's happened before. It's not good, and it rips, and I mean it rips, because you're holding all your fat in using this bit of fabric.
All your wobbly bits.
Yeah, so, it's got metal there, it's got metal bones in it, but it has got panels that are just fabric, and they will rip. And also the fabric's over the top of the bones. In some cases, I have seen ones where they've got bare bones. Horrible. But anyway, one of the eyelets has fallen out, and I was like, crap, because if I do my corset up and it's got that missing, that's just going to tear. So Mum she stitched the eyelet back in, because we had an eyelet pincher which had the eyelets in it, but we lost it in the move, so we need to get another one of those, an eyelet gun. But she sewed it in the best she can. I mean, it's hanging out a little bit, so that's fine, because I can still get in. It's still there. It's not going to rip, is it? That's what matters. So it's done, and I had to unlace my corset, because it was one was like that, and one was down there, and I was like, okay, this is wrong. And the hell I had with it, and I went dim, and I forgot how to lace a corset. It's done. It's done right.
But I don't think that there is actually a proper step-by-step tutorial on lacing a corset. And I haven't said that, there probably will be.
I don't know.
But,
I haven't seen one.
But yeah, she will be doing.
A lot of the corsets that you buy though are one string. My ones are two. Like, well, it's one, but a lot of people they tie the bottom bits in a knot. No, I don't do that. I put them where you've got the bits at the. No, they're not flaps, are they? You've got two panels, and I tie them at the panel. So yeah.
So she'll be doing a corset lacing tutorial at some point.
And that'll be for a steel bone corset, not a plastic bone corset. Although my plastic bone corsets are laced up the same as my steel bone ones.
And that'll be very soon. That's imminent, that one.
Yeah, because you said I've got to do it.
Well, it just seems like an idea, because I know that there are a lot of people out there who have got corsets and no idea how to lace them.
That's a pain. I hate doing it.
Yeah. So that's something to look out for. What do you want to know about? What do you want to hear about? We will try anything.
Well,
within reason. But we'll give anything a go.
I'm gonna try salmiakki when we're in Finland. I'm gonna try sauerkraut in Germany.
I'm going in the sauna.
I'm gonna try sauerkraut. I've never had that before.
That's nice.
Yeah, I know, I've heard, but I'm going to have some sauerkraut. And that scares me, because I've never had it before.
It's fermented cabbage.
Yeah, I know, but I've never had it before. And I'll give you my views on that. And now, obviously, I come from Germany, and I haven't had it, so I'm a bit dubious.
And Germany is famous for gingerbread as well.
I don't like gingerbread.
It's good.
See, I'm from Germany, but I'm not from Germany. I'm from Germany, but I do things that Germans shouldn't do.
There are two types of gingerbread. There's gingerbread and there's Nuremberg gingerbread. And Nuremberg gingerbread is more like bread.
But yeah, so I'm a weird German. I like beer though. That's German.
Yeah, I said that she's got to go to a German beer camp.
Never been to one of them either. But I'm going to Oktoberfest on the 3rd with you and Michelle.
On my birthday.
What's going on with these sleeves? Look, they're all over the place. So I'm going now. And then I'm obviously going to Berlin. And then we're going to Finland. It's our adventures. And then we've got nothing.
We do adventures sometimes.
Then we've got nothing for like the next year. Well, actually, we're probably going on holiday again. So because she wants to go to Lapland. It's a lot of saving, but to be honest, if you want to like travel the world and explore things, it's worth
see
it.
Father Christmas.
Don't you think it's worth it though? Like saving up to go on holiday.
I believe in unicorns. I believe in Santa Claus. I believe in fairies. I believe there's a good man out there somewhere. So, yeah.
And another thing that annoys me is people will go, "Oh, you go on holiday, you save up your money, you go on holiday, you got nothing to show for it. Pictures, your memories, you get souvenirs. You know, you remember the times that you had when you were on holiday."
I'll never forget my holiday in Lanzarote.
No, neither will I, but that's because it was a disaster.
But
who dumps someone on their mum's birthday?
Your ex.
But and it wasn't like I was his girlfriend, I was his fiance.
Yes, we know. But let us know about your disasters and what goes on with you, because it makes us feel better and to know that we're not the only ones.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave this Tales from Toilet
Can I just
Bowl.
say something? I know it's a bit weird and I'm still wearing my engagement ring, but there is a reason for it. I get a lot of people around here going, asking me out. I don't like it. So that's like my deterrent. That's why. If anyone wonders why I'm still wearing my engagement ring, that's the reason why, because it's a deterrent. Because if I go out to the shops or anything, don't they? Like man in the car, yeah, that happens to me quite often. But they're not my type. If they're my type, I'll go for it, but they're not.
Anyway, we're going to leave this Tales from Toilet Bowl here.
Mm-hmm.
We will be back tomorrow
With another one.
with another one. We're not sure what
What
the
is going
content's
on
going to be,
there? Oh, it's
but
too
we will tell you.
Oh, can I just show you something? I don't think Michelle's seen these yet. They're the boots that I'm taking on holiday with me.
They're the Charlie's Angel boots she was referring to.
The zip, the boot. Yeah. So that's the boots.
So, we will be back tomorrow. Be kind and considerate. And it's goodbye from Tales.
From the toilet bowl.
Bye.
Bye.